Gary, a very good afternoon as we run out as 4-0 victors over Bognor Regis Town in an excellent team performance. Would you say that's one of our best performances of the season so far?
Yeah, I think, Jack, admittedly you'd have to say that on the back of the scoreline and the opposition, because Bognor are a difficult side to play against. Robbie has them well drilled and they're very much with him, you can see that, and right up until the last kick they're still running, chasing and harrying. So yeah, in that regards, yes, but what we've not managed to do, Jack, over the course of the season, and it's been too often, not put two halves together, and that was the challenge this week to the group. You look at last week's performance. For the first 45 we were second best and nowhere near our best. Second half, much more like ourselves, not perfect, but much more like ourselves. It was a challenge for the boys to start on the front foot, ask some questions of them, and we should have been a couple up really inside the first 10-15 minutes. You would argue that we've had 3 great chances in that first 15-20 minutes. So we really started on the front foot. We took the game to Bognor, and we've worked an awful lot on being patient and building through the lines and being a little bit more instigating the press and getting on the front foot this week, and I thought I could see that in the group today. We looked in complete control, and really was it was a good performance that obviously led to a really good result, Jack.
Ibrahim Jalla netted the opening 2, which included a spectacular effort for his second. Yeah. How happy were you with his display? Yeah,
I've been really happy since he's come in the building. He's a little off the cuff. There's a lot in his game to admire. We are trying to work on his percentages, increasing, and when I say percentages, I mean ball retention and success rate. It doesn't run closely enough at times with wide players, but it's always in the areas where you've got to take risks to get success. But there's a few moments that I've felt that he's trying to show his worth when he's created a +1 situation, and he's got to play them situations a little bit better at times. But in general, I thought him and Ash, especially first half and the start of the second half, really caused their full-back some problems, and we got into some really great areas, and it was very much on the right side in the early part of the game. But yeah, really pleased with Ibs, and there's real competition for places in them areas. You look today, you've got no Richard Asamoah, who's been a really big part of what we do. Kane Keller in the background, Dikari Sharif in the background. There's a lot of players that we can use in them wide areas over and above the 2 that are in possession of the shirt. So it's competitive at the moment. I just said that to the owners, that the competitive edge we've got in the group, on a training night, is really benefiting the team.
Do you think we showed our clinical edge in the second half, which is something that's perhaps been missing in recent games?
No, I thought there was 2 or 3 opportunities for us to really take the game away from earlier. They cleared a couple off the line, goalkeeper made a couple of saves, and again we had some really good restart set plays around the box that we should have utilised a little better. But yeah, we've scored 3 goals, and 3 important goals in the second half, and it's allowed us to make changes accordingly. But we got 19, as I say, 19 fit players at the moment, all deserve to be in the 11. There's 3 not available, or sorry, not in the squad today, that are available. So it tells you it's a real healthy group at the moment. Credit should go to Mark on that. Touch wood, long may that continue, because we know the depths of despair that we had last year were health in the squad. So as long as that continues and it stays a competitive group, I'm sure that with the results and performances will benefit.
And would you say that's an important win, mainly from the performance, heading into a run of tough games in October?
Do you know, Jack, it's really been a tough start. I think if everyone looks at the games that we've had so far, I don't think there's been too many gimmies in them in them games. We've had I looked at the fixtures, and when I put them into the management group, we said, oh blimey, that's a tough 6-8 games to start with. Then you look beyond the 8 games and you thought, geez, there's another 4 or 5 tough games in there to follow. So listen, we want the tough games. I think the squad and team are well equipped to to deal with tough opposition. We want teams to come at us and and ask some questions of us. I think that after today's game puts us defensively as good as anyone in the division, and I think goals scored, we're getting close to where we need to be as well. So there's still more to come. It's been a tough start, but there's, like you say, tough games to come, but we've got to make sure they're tough games for our position as well.